Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I want to take a few moments to tell you why I advocate for God. I advocate for God for the reasons that I'm going to share with you right now. Now, I want to tell you a story, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you a biblical story, but I don't want to go back into biblical times because it might be difficult to understand. So I want to transplant biblical times with today. You understand today. You are here today. Now, we are living on earth today. This is what God's plan was for human beings to live on earth. He prepared that they could have their wants, their needs, and their desires met. That they could live in peace, freedom, prosperity, joy of life, and that their dreams might be fulfilled. And that those things that are essential for survival would be provided for, which are basically food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, and all of the other amenities on the side, like the infrastructure and transportation and the whole works. But those other things are basic. Now, in order for all of this to happen, God put the resources and stuff in the earth. The ability to extract from those resources what would be needed, wanted, or desired. God implanted a little bit of each of the requirements in each human being on the face of the earth. So when you come on the earth, you can play a part in your survival. You can have a career, a job, whatever you want to call it, that you love doing it. And applying yourself, you will create everything that you need. And you will live here on earth just as if you are in heaven. Simple. Simple as that. Just as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. But you know the story about the snake that came over, said you won't surely die. Well, let me give you some understanding of what that really means. You remember when Donald Trump became president, or started running for office as president, and he was telling everybody that the Mexicans were crooks and robbers and thieves and murderers, and started talking about people from shithole countries, that they were this and weren't that, and he was only looking for people from Iowa. I'm sorry. He said Iowa. Well, anyway, he was only looking for white people. And everybody else was condemned. And what did he tell them? You are better than everybody else. You deserve the best. They are your problems. He told them everything he could to split them up, to destroy us, even to tear down institutions. What you saw Donald Trump doing is an exact repeat of what the devil, Lucifer, was trying to do in heaven. Exact repeat, down to the same words. And you know what? They say a third of the heavenly hosts listen to him. Where did you see that happening in today's system? In the impeachment process, when they say we're going to throw the devil out. The Senate, all of those Republican senators stood up and say, no way, Jose. We are part of him. We're part of the government. And you lied to the people. You told the people that you were going to honor God. But you weren't going to honor God. Then you took the oath, signifying that you were. Then after you took the oath, you didn't do it. So that told you that they had no respect for God at all. So that, ladies and gentlemen, that represents the turmoil that started in heaven. And it is the same thing that is happening down here today. Now, what are we dealing with at this moment? We're dealing with that same moment in time when Adam and Eve were being challenged. We, the people of the world and the people of America, are being challenged today in the same way. Are you going to follow that which takes us away from God, which is, as I see it, that stuff that Trump was talking about? Or walk that same path that Trump is talking about, but doing it slower by following the Democrats? Or are are you going to be like the angels that did not conform to Lucifer? Are you going to be like those angels that did not get kicked out and stand up for what is righteous? Now let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I know you've been told that all you Christian people are growing up with all these evil people, and that there'll come a day of separation. And so all you got to do is just hang on to get along. And God's going to know your heart and separate you in that day. I am not going to tell you not to believe that, because that might happen. I would tell you not to bank on it. I would tell you that let it be known to those who are blind that you can see by standing up for what brings life, what is righteous. Let it be known that you are against that which causes pain and suffering and lying and cheating and stealing and racism and bigotry. You are against all of that stuff. And it is known because you represent peace. You represent prosperity. You represent freedom and love and joy for everybody. And there's nothing, not Trump, not Lucifer, not the Republican Party or the Democratic Party or your spouse or your family or your community or your race is going to cause you to change. That is your certificate. You've heard it said that Jesus did something for you, and because he did it, if you believe, you don't have to worry about it. It's a gift. No man can brag or boast. Yet they said faith without works is dead. Also they said do your good works and let your good works be known before men, so that they can see them and glorify your God which is in heaven. In other words, work. Faith calls you to work. Let your work be seen. Lift it up. It ain't the same thing that people do every day. So it got to be a miracle. It's got to be from God. So I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm saying. Every person who truly loves God, I don't care what everybody else do. I don't care what the Republicans do. I don't care what the Democrats do. I don't care what anybody do. But if you love God, stand up for God. Stand up for everybody in America, that everybody in America got a job, that everybody in America got a home, that everybody in America suffers not from any food or clothing. Make sure that every American got access to education, unlimited and unrestricted, health care from the womb to the tomb, and that all of us as Americans are going to participate in the manifestation of all that is needed to provide for all of us Americans. And we tell the devil, take your money, and those of you who are superior to everybody else, and go to hell. Thank you. Bye-bye.